We're live from Chevy Chase.
Welcome back. Being intentional when adding a pet to your home is a meaningful New Year's resolution that can lead to a happier life for both families and animals. Joining us to chat about pet adoption and the important questions every future pet parent should consider is Beth Olson from the Woodford Humane Society. Welcome back to the show. Happy 2026.
Hello. Happy 2026.
Yes,
We made it.
We made it. A new year. And a lot of people are thinking, oh, I need to adopt a new dog. I want a dog in 2026, and you've brought a really cute dog with you today. Tell us about Rocket.
This is Rocket. He is about 11 years old. He is an older fella.
Mature, Beth.
Mature, yes. You know, he's got a little salt and pepper going on, and you know, he's got some cataracts and all the things that sort of come with being an older dog.
Yeah.
But he is so sweet. He is just the loveliest little guy. And you know, there are definitely benefits to adopting an older dog too. Like, he's already house trained. He's not going to have like the crazy puppy energy.
He's not going to chew up your furniture.
No
zoomies.
Or like little limited zoomies. Right? So you know, a lot of that hard stuff is already done. And if you are like me and you don't want, you know, a crazy dog that just needs something 24/7, you know, a senior dog can be a good fit.
Absolutely.
Do you know if he gets along with other pets?
He has been with other dogs before.
Okay.
He's been with kids before. Of course, as a smaller and older guy, he just needs, you know, a dog or a kid that is going to be gentle with him.
Right.
But yeah, he kind of gets along with everybody, it seems like, and he's really ready to find somewhere to retire.
Yes, he needs his little golden retirement home. So what are some questions people need to consider when they're thinking about, oh, I want to get a dog?
Yeah, so I think a lot of people go into that decision sort of impulsively and on emotion, but if you really want to make like a good commitment that's going to last, I have 3 questions that I think everyone should ask themselves before they take a pet home. One is, what do I need versus what do I want from a pet? One is, can I afford it?
Because it's more expensive to maintain them than to purchase them.
And then the last one, of course, is near and dear to my heart, but it's, where am I going to get a pet from? And all of those things are very important to consider. When you're thinking about like what you need versus what you want, like thinking about how much time you have in a day, like realistically, how much effort are you going to put into training and exercise and all of that? How much space do you have? Do you have a fenced-in yard? Are you going to have to walk every day? Like, all of these are very important things to think about to make like a realistic choice, either of like what species of pet you actually are ready to take care of, or what breed of dog you're ready to take care of. And then one thing that people just don't think about a lot, as far as like really realistically, is the cost of owning a pet. You know, they are expensive to take care of, and they're more expensive now than they were a few years ago, and that, you know, is true for everything, but it's definitely very true. They are cheaper. You don't have to send them to college.
If you're on the fence and don't know which to do.
So that's a perk. But, you know, we have people who, you know, surrender a dog to us because they bought it for $500 and they didn't have money to pay rent. And, like, that's the sort of thing where, like, you have to think in the long term and not, like, make that decision impulsively.
Yeah, and you all are really good at the Woodford Humane Society about pairing people. You're all the little matchmakers over there. And you're going to ask all those important questions and help walk people through the process.
Absolutely. And like, we're happy, you know, we know our animals really well, and we're happy to make recommendations if you can kind of tell us what you're looking for. You know, the first step is to be realistic with yourself, and then the second step is to, you know, kind of come in prepared and knowing what you need. And we're happy to help match you up with someone who's really going to be like a lifelong fit for you.
So this is the new year. This is the best time of year to make good New Year's resolutions, right? So that resolution needs to be thoughtful and understand what you're doing to take care of your pets.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, also, you know, where you get your pet does matter. There's a lot of irresponsible breeding going on, and when you buy a pet from someone who's doing that, you're perpetuating that cycle.
Well, we highly recommend the Woodford Humane Society to adopt
and
pets.
you know, this is the time when there are so many, especially dogs and puppies, in shelters waiting.
So adopt, don't shop.
Yeah, you know, if you're going to take a pet home, just be really mindful about where you're getting that pet from and what the impact of that decision is.
Yeah. Yes. Well, this is all good information, Beth. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming, Rocket. Please adopt Rocket. The location and other details are up on the screen.
I think he's loving the pets.
I know.
I know I am.
All right, well, coming up, we're going to take a closer look at how a historic $50 million gift is powering the future of Golisano Children's Hospital at UK and what it means for kids and families across Kentucky.